Y'all hosted any mics yet?
I've hosted
Yeah.
a few that have fallen through. You know, R.I.P. to all the dead mics out there, man.
Hey.
You know what? Like,
Yeah.
shout out to all the dead mics that exist. You were fun while it lasted.
Yeah, fun while it lasted, but fuck you. We going to the future,
Yeah.
man.
Right.
I used to have a couple mics, like pre-pandemic. Like we had a large group of mics. You could almost hit one mic a week, like one mic for every day of the week.
Nice.
Pre-pandemic, I would run a couple. There'd be some other guys in the scene that would run a few.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Pandemic came, all of it went away.
Yeah.
Except for one mic on Wednesdays, the station, which will stay until.
It was amazing, dude.
So
In the
great.
pandemic, bro, you had the station, and Seabass had that mic next door. So
Yeah.
from New Orleans, we used to go there every Wednesday and hit both of
Yeah.
those mics. We were still able to. We had mics plotted out from Mississippi, Baton Rouge, Alabama, for 7 days a week.
I remember that. I was hosting the Seabass's mic for him.
Yeah,
he was
you
doing
were.
the Seabass cast after, and then I would host the mic.
That was a
Yeah.
good room, bro.
Yeah, it was fun.
They would pack that bitch out in the
I
fucking
know.
heat in 2020. Like, it's not a secret anymore,
Nah, bro.
motherfucker. We would
Yeah.
do. we were having shows in Louisiana,
No,
bro.
we were definitely. I think that mic was the first one since the pandemic. Like he
Yeah.
got it up
Yeah, that was that was a great time.
because I
bro.
think Station
think
followed
that's-
suit very shortly after.
Yeah, station started.
it was like the same time. I think I'm not
Very
exactly
close.
sure.
Like it was like maybe 1 or 2 weeks off, but pretty much. Yeah,
Yeah.
they got started around the same time.
when they released the update about the pandemic, how like restaurants can be open, the station started really pushing that it was a bar and grill versus just being a bar.
Yeah. They had good food. That place that Seabass was doing had great food.
Oh yeah, Culture, man.
You know?
The wings at Culture, bro. Those were heat. They had the jerk chicken ones.
Yeah, I always get the station. I always get the burger.
Oh yeah,
I like the
$6
burger.
touchdown burger every Wednesday at the station.
You like the
Yes.
touchdown? I did the one with it's like a barbecue sauce and onion rings.
Yeah.
I like onion rings on my burger.
Really,
Yeah, I don't like eating onion rings by themselves, but I could put them bitches on a burger.
really.
Yeah, because I don't like raw onions either.
We were you know like
It's yeah.
Really?
I don't know.
You don't like it caramelized?
I can eat them caramelized, minced.
Okay.
patty melt type.
Yeah, I could do that.
We were just talking for like an hour about burgers.
we,
Yeah.
we were talking a solid hour on the way here about burgers.
Welcome to putting the FU in funny today with your fat boy burger gang in the house. Now, welcome to putting the FU in funny, you guys. I'm excited for this one today. We got a couple of guys from Baton Rouge here today. We got Jeramiah Turner
BR.
Yeah.
and Wess Ross
We're here.
with
Yes.
us today. Unfortunately, Brandon Bruffett could not be here. You're in our hopes and prayers, Brandon. You're in our hopes and prayers.
Yeah, it was a casualty of last night's mic, I'm sure.
Brandon will be all right. We love you, Brandon. But thank you guys for coming in today, bro. I've been trying to get y'all in, trying to like set a date to get some BR people in here today. So I got you guys. I'm glad y'all came, took the trip here. Thank you for coming.
Thanks for having us, man. It's
Yeah.
great in here.
It's no problem. You guys been doing good things in Baton Rouge, man. Good things all around, bro. I love what the Baton Rouge scene is doing, and you are two of the guys that are doing it. So y'all got anything y'all want to plug y'all like Instagram right now and any shows? This will come out in 2 weeks.
Oh,
So
for
any
sure.
shows coming up, you can always plug those. Do what you do. You go first.
Me first. Let me check my schedule. So my Instagram is Jeremiah D Turner. Jeremiah Jeremiah, and then D, and then TURNER. It's all one word. And this comes out in 2 weeks. Let's find out. Because I got a show on the 26th.
Okay.
It's at the Gator in the Cove. Yeah, this will be after that. I got a show on the 26th, the Gator in the Cove in Lafayette.
Okay. Lafayette's great, bro.
Yeah, it's great.
I'm
It's
trying to
run-
get Jason Leonard in here.
Really?
Yeah. Shout out Jason. We're gonna get you in there.
Yeah, shout out JP. Runs some great shows. It's actually run by he's a Ville Flat comic, but he does comedy in Baton Rouge.
Okay.
Cole Charter is he's their guy that runs that show.
Okay. I think I heard that name before.
Yeah.
No, he's out here.
Yeah, he dresses up.
He's
really
the
well.
youngest comic in Baton Rouge right now, I think.
Yes.
Really?
Yep.
I like young comics who hustle, bro.
I know. I started. We started pretty young too. How old were you when you started?
I started.
Y'all are still young. Just,
Yeah,
y'all are still young. I'm definitely the old guy right now. No, really. When did you get started?
It
Jeremiah.
had to be 20. So I got started after the flood, so probably 2016, 2017.
Okay. How old were you?
Yeah. I was about 19.
19. How old are you now?
I'm 25.
All right. So a good 6 years.
Yeah.
I could tell when you're on stage. You're very well put together. How about you, Wes? When did you get started?
I started at 19 in 2019.
19 in 2019.
April 1st.
April 1st.
Yeah. Had to, I was thinking about doing it the week before, and then I was like, if I ever become a famous comedian, I can be like, I started on April Fool's Day.
That's what's up. I like that, bro. So 2000. I started in 2019.
Class of 2019, man.
Hell yeah, baby.
Yeah.
As soon as we started getting good, they took everything away from us.
Yeah, dude. I'm February 2019. That's about middle February area. So how about this? What got you started doing comedy?
I've always just been a fan of stand-up.
So you're like 3.5 years in right now.
Yeah.
All right. What was your biggest influence that you think? So, I mean, most comics, they don't know they're going to be doing comedy in their life. You know what I mean? Do you remember an early influence before that you even knew you had a chance to become a comic?
Dude, I got into comedy from like Sirius XM radio.
Okay.
Like they had this channel called Comedy USA, and it was all the clean comics.
Okay.
So it was like Gaffigan, and then like a bunch of older comics who worked completely clean. So I just like used to listen to that in the car all the time.
All right.
And then after that,
Gaffigan's hilarious, bro.
Yeah,
So good.
he's so good. Like Mike Birbiglia, Nate Bargatze. I don't know. I like a lot of the clean comics, and then I'm not clean at all, but it's whatever. Yeah, then I got into Pandora, which put me on like Dane Cook. Weird time, he was famous whenever I had Pandora, so I listened to a lot of Dane Cook.
Yeah. Dane got famous whenever I was in fucking high school, dude.
Yeah.
I remember, bro. He put out that special in the round, and that shit was fucking amazing, bro. I think I was in 9th grade when he came out hard with that. My face, what was that? What, MySpace or no? Is that are y'all old enough to know what
MySpace?
Yeah.
MySpace is that what it's called?
Yeah, I wasn't old enough
like
to
the
have
Napster
one,
area. Like when we downloaded our porn from the Napster area, that kind of thing. Y'all ever downloaded porn from Napster?
Nah, man. I was the first. We're like the first generation of like the iPod Touch.
Oh man.
So
I will say
that addiction got it started early.
I downloaded a lot of illegal music, not from Napster, but from like other platforms. A lot of music that said it was one thing, but it was not that thing.
Yeah.
A lot of music where it would just like cut out at the end.
You went to the shitty sites.
Oh yeah.
Okay.
A lot of Mediafire, a lot of like Media for You, a lot of just like. It was definitely giving us viruses kind of sites.
Yeah. I remember I downloaded Adam's Song by Blink-182. For probably 10 years of my life, I thought that song was a minute and a half.
Wow.
And had like a crazy beat per minute.
Okay.
Oh man.
Yeah, the shit we go through to get free music, huh?
Oh yeah.
Or free anything.
They got this situation now, I think, with like later generations where, at least not with downloadable content, but more with like streaming stuff. Like you'll see it on SoundCloud. Well, they'll have a song labeled as somebody else's song that hasn't been released yet, but it's their own song.
Oh yeah.
and it's like, oh, this is not by Lil Wayne. This is just by some random guy from Ville Platte.
Oh shit. So wait, it'll be like Lil Wayne's song marked as Lil Wayne's song, but it's
Yeah, like it'll be
very
like a
much-
leaked Lil Wayne song, and then it's
It is someone.
some other
then
guy.
it's Troy from Chalmette.
Oh shit.
It's some guy pushing his
It's
beats.
Grimtown Studios. Shout out.
Some guy who's trying to get us to be like, oh man, this beat's not that bad. I want to like kind of buy some beats from this guy.
Yeah. Okay, I mean, I guess that's a tactic. I guess that is a war tactic to get your shit out there.
Yeah.
I wouldn't do that though. You know, I
Yeah.
want my shit to build naturally. You know.
Yeah, dog. Like that's like
My
the hardest.
listeners-
Thing. Like, do you post like your content ever?
I post my show like this
Well, yeah, you do a
show
podcast,
and shit
yeah,
like
that makes
that
sense.
on Facebook. I keep it business though.
Right.
But like your set, your stand-up set. Is
No,
that a-
I don't.
yeah.
I don't post that.
See,
You know what I mean? Because
I just posted one, and I think it's coming down.
oh,
It's coming down. I just don't like having it up. I don't know.
because let me tell you, minutes are precious, is what I found out. You know what I'm saying? And
Right.
everybody wants to play the internet game and shit like that. And it's cool, I guess, to put one or two of your things out there just to show who you are.
Yeah.
You know, but if you're not getting a lot of exposure, you're just putting your material out there. You know what I mean? And I go to fucking other states, and I don't want my material out there yet. I want
Right.
me out there. I want my name out there. I want people to want to come see me at a show.
Right.
You know, and I want to hold my material. That's why I'm not trying to make like a special or anything like that. That's not what's important. The grind is still important as a young comic.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? And I think you should build a following before you start putting your shit out there, so
Sure.
people will see it. Not
Yeah,
just the
no.
people in Louisiana, 'cause you know what I'm saying? Like, no offense to I love everybody in Louisiana, you know what I mean? But y'all get to see my material on a daily basis if you want to.
Right.
Yeah.
You know, but when I leave town, I get to really see what my material does.
Right.
You know, that's when you really get to see, because it's like in Louisiana we get crowds. We do. I seen some of the Baton Rouge. Y'all get good crowds. In New Orleans, we get crowds, dude. Even at our open mics. You know what I mean? So we get to fucking practice and practice and practice.
Yeah. No, that's like the cool thing. You guys got like the tourism thing where you
Yeah.
might even just get some people.
I had 5 different states in my room last night.
Yeah, I believe it. Yeah.
Yeah. Howlin' Wolf. I did Howlin' Wolf for the Mana G and Allison Marie yesterday. Not even half, like 75% of the people.
You did Comedy Beast?
Yeah.
Dude, you should have came to my mic after.
Man.
We go till 12.
Y'all go till 12?
We go to 12.
I'm gonna keep that in mind.
Yeah. We go till 12 on
I like it.
Tuesdays,
I
dude.
like
I
it.
likes that. I likes a late mic.
Yeah.
I likes a late mic.
And it's good, bro. The people that are in that bitch that stay for the late night, they're good. You know,
Yeah, nah.
they're good crowd.
I've been doing that at the station. We've had like we had last week was like 30 comics or something.
We did have 30 comics on there.
And like I think it was 28. I was 27. Cole was going after me.
How many solid comics, you think Baton Rouge holds right now?
I think bookable comedians
That's a good word.
12
Bookable.
to 15.
Say 12 to
I
15?
think like people who can really go.
Yeah.
There's probably 5 of them. 5, 6 like true solid comics can go anywhere.
Okay.
Yeah.
That's a good amount for like places. You know, dude, we got, I want to say.
And I'm not in that list in case any Baton Rouge comics were
Yeah, a lot of
wanting to
the.
be weird.
You guys are very funny. You know, you're being modest.
Yeah, I would say definitely like. a
I'm in the
lot of
bookable pool.
Yeah, you've been booked in New Orleans.
the-
I've seen your face on fire.
The solid, heavier hitters are definitely the guys that were in the game before we even started. So like a lot of the guys I'd say 2016.
Yeah.
Are a lot of your heavier hitters.
Yeah.
So like Terrence Delane, Mike Honore,
Love
Will Merrill.
Terrence.
You know, and then you got guys like us that are bookable. So like me, Wes, Justin Baker.
Baker's a killer.
Baker.
Justin Baker is a killer. I've been on, I think, 2 shows with him, or I've been in a couple rooms. I know I've been on at least 1 show with him at the Boomerang.
Yeah.
I like the Boomerang. Y'all got a good little
Boomerang's
club.
fun, yeah.
Go to the Boomerang.
It's
Check
nice.
out the Boomerang, you guys. They do a lot of great shows at the Boomerang in Baton Rouge.
I like it.
Yeah.
It's like a black box, but it gets like really stacked up. And
Yeah,
there's-
it's cool, bro.
Yeah,
It's,
yeah.
it's like a small
tight.
theater. It's
Yeah.
a small, tight theater. It's
Yeah.
fun. It's I did a couple shows there, and Justin Justin was one of the comics there, man. He's a killer. I
Yeah.
like him. He's very well put together.
Black people love Justin.
Yeah. When I went to shout out to Silly Rabbit too. We go to Silly Rabbit,
Yeah.
bro.
Hey,
Justin
love
was Justin was in there, and he like he killed. You know.
Yeah.
He probably got the laugh of the night.
Oh yeah.
You know what I'm saying? But I like my fucking set. I like messing with I love black rooms.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You understand what I'm saying? Like black rooms are the best because you're funny if you go up in a black room in Louisiana and fucking do well. You know what I mean? As a
Silly
white
Rabbit.
dude too,
Yeah.
if you get out that bitch alive, you good. You good, bro.
Oh yeah. I think like as any dude in general, like if you can get any of the black rooms to if you can make people laugh in the black rooms, 'cause they're harder to laugh.
Yeah.
You can work anywhere else.
Well, that's like, dude, we don't have, before the pandemic, we had a club. Mark Caesar ran one of the only black rooms, which was great. You know what I mean? I got to do a room like that. But during the pandemic, we had like Kermit Ruffin's room and Mama's, and that is a fucking room. You hear me, bro? Like they go there to be like, oh, you suck. Let's, you know what I'm saying? Just to fuck with you. And I got on that stage, and they loved me, and I was like, I'm good. You know, like, I'm good. I can.
Yeah.
So it gets you ready. For example, like I go to Detroit. My baby mama's from Detroit, so I go to Detroit and I do comedy, bro. And I did the Punchline in Detroit, and it was a black room. You know what I mean? And I got out of it alive. You understand? Like, Detroit's another state. Like, if you can go there and do comedy, you're good. You know what I mean? It's a bomb to what I'm used to, but I got out that motherfucker alive. It was a mediocre set. You know, the people liked me. They will remember me. You know what I'm saying? Because I'm kind of, when I get on stage, it's hard to forget a little bit. I hear, that's what I hear. But it's fun. You know what I'm saying? Just to build your repertoire of yourself in rooms that you versatile.
Yeah.
And you know what I mean? I'm trying to sound smart. And,
I did a black room not too long ago, and it ended with me getting twerked on, which
That's
I
what-
think
that's
might
what I'm
be
talking
the
about,
best,
white boy.
Yeah, like that might be the best compliment.
That is a
Hey,
good compliment. Yeah,
right.
you did well.
Really
You
good
did.
compliment.
How about you? You ever been twerked on in a black room?
No,
Not yet.
I've been high fived.
That's what's up.
For me, I think with my sense of humor, being high fived is the equivalent of being twerked on.
Yeah, I've been offered food.
Really?
Yeah, so that's like Kermit Ruffins. You know what it says? That's like your family. You know?
Hey, I would much rather be offered food. Somebody offered me like a burger and fries, I would take that over being twerked on any day.
Yeah.
Any day of the night.
Fuck you, we fat boys. Yeah. How about you, Jeremiah? What is your first like memorable influence in comedy that like before you knew you were gonna be a comic?
Like who made me want to do it?
You could say who made you want to do it, but what's your first thing you remember in comedy that might have influenced you?
So like, I mean, I grew up like mid to like early 2000s. So like obviously Dane Cook was around.
Yeah.
I grew up in a Christian household, so like I
Okay.
grew up with like a lot more like cleaner comics. So like Sinbad, and then like
Yeah.
Tim Hawkins.
Yeah.
And then also growing with Jim Gaffigan.
I loved Sinbad when I was younger, bro. I used to watch the show and everything.
Oh man, Sinbad was a lot of fun. Watching
Yeah.
Sinbad and like, oh man, I think that was like one of the first times where like watching someone and like that is their act,
Yeah.
like versus like somebody on stage telling jokes and like you could take those jokes or take that act and give it to somebody else and they could do the same. Sinbad acts is specifically Sinbad.
Right.
But yeah, it's great.
That's kind of like, dude, when I realized that's kind of how I would like to like mold my comedy. You know what I mean? Something that it's indigenous to me and it's hard to steal. You know what I'm saying? I recently, we get a couple implants here and there, you know, and I was talking to a comic that came from New York, and he was telling me it's bad in New York for that. Like, your material can get stolen because there are so many, like, high-tier comics in that bitch, and there's different levels, you know what I mean?
Right.
And you might be stuck down here, and you got a good premise, and something happens to where a comic up here might not intentionally do it. They're just in the room and they hear your shit, but they don't know you. Then later on, it just goes through their mind to make a joke like that because it's a good premise. You know what I'm saying? And your shit gets taken like that. And that, like New York, they got 5,000 fucking comics.
Yeah.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? Louisiana, we might have 200. And that's why I think we're a good quality. You know, that's why whenever you see us go somewhere else, our comedy's such quality because we're a tight-knit group. You know what I'm saying? And I see that in like Baton Rouge. Y'all are friends too. You're a nice little tight-knit group, and y'all help each other grow. And I like that. You know what I'm saying? I really do.
With like the smaller stuff, you got to rely on each other too. Like and you do have to roll deep. Like I said, we got like 15 bookable comics. It's like out of those people, it's like you're pretty much rotating every month on who's on the showcase, and then you're gonna pull back up 4 months later. You know?
Yeah.
Like the showcases kind of roll like that.
I will also say, from my experience, I've gotten booked on shows just for knowing people.
Yeah.
Like I'll have friends that are booked on shows, and then they'll be asked, "Do you know anybody else that can ride with you?" And it's like, "Oh yeah, I know Jeremiah.
Hell yeah.
I like his stuff, and I like hanging out with him. So like, we'll rock and roll."
That's the thing. You gotta have a hang. You gotta be a good person too. And knowing people, a lot of folks don't know, but just like getting to know each other in our scenes and stuff like that. That's how you get booked.
Yeah.
I mean, be funny first. You know, work hard and be funny first. Don't come in there and be like, "Oh, I had one good set. Why ain't nobody booking me?" You know, you got to come in and work every week and show that you can have
you don't want to be the guy who
continuously.
sucks and hangs out with the host all night. You know what I'm saying? Right. Like, I've seen a few of those, bro. I'm just like, hey, dog, work on your material. Go in that corner and write some fucking jokes.
Yeah, put your head down.
Like,
you know?
man.
Put your head down.
You know.
For younger comics, put your head down out there. That's all I did. You know what I mean? I put my head down, bro. And when I looked up, I was just there. I was just funny. You know what I mean? And I could go to different places and talk to people. And I could be like charming before I meet you, and then go on stage and show you what I got, and they'll still like me after my set.
Right.
You know what I mean? You ever been in a room where you charming before, then you go up on stage, then nobody wants to talk to you?
oh my
It's
God.
the fucking worst, dog. Especially in another state.
Oh,
Like if you stink up that fucking green room, you know, like no one wants to touch you. You know, you're the bad omen in the room. It doesn't.
Dog, so I did Hi-Ho when I did Stone versus Drunk. And, dude, I got off stage. I thought I didn't get a laugh, but you know how Hi-Ho's set up, you only see the first row.
Yeah.
And apparently
Light's pretty bright in Hi-Ho.
Yeah, apparently I was just too messed up. And I just stared at the first row to the point where they just got
Were you
uncomfortable.
drunk?
Yeah. They just kept like getting uncomfortable with how I was like looking at them. But I was saying my jokes, and then I get off stage, I go to Terrence, I'm like, bro, I just bombed, Terrence. And he goes, what are you talking about? Like, literally everyone but the front row is laughing at you. I was like, oh shit.
Yeah.
My bad. Turns out I was just staring him down all drunk.
Oh my gosh.
You ever
They were
have,
probably just like, I just don't want to get thrown up on. That's probably what they were thinking.
Splash up.
Probably. They were
Yeah.
worried. I know he doesn't get this fucked up all the time. Yeah, those stone drunk versus sober, stone drunk sobers, they can, like, people can get fucked up doing those shows.
Oh yeah.
I wouldn't mind doing one drunk. I don't do comedy drunk. Never really have. Never really planned on it. But I would do one of those drunk, just to see. You
So
know?
the thing with
And I would have to catch like an Uber. I couldn't come to Baton Rouge and do it because I'd have to catch an Uber home because I don't
Right.
drink and drive. Fuck that shit. It's not. I'm already a 2-time felon. I can't.
dumb shit, get at me.
Yeah, dumb shit. That's in the past, baby. I'm trying to be so I'm gonna come sleep on your couch if I go to if I do stone drunk and sober. No, I actually got a cousin that I might be able to ask him, be like, hey man, let me sleep on your couch. I'm getting drunk in Baton Rouge tonight.
No, I did drunk in Baton Rouge, and what me and Jeremiah talked about, it was apparently I get very like loud and obnoxious.
Oh yeah.
On stage. I think it was a fear-based thing. I was like, if I'm gonna be drunk, I need to be the most loud, obnoxious drunk I can be, because that's the only way that's like super funny.
Yeah.
Because you go there, you're like, oh, the drunk comic has to be like belligerent. That's what makes it hilarious. And so I leaned into that pretty hard, and then ended up getting sick in the back of Squeaky Pete's.
I think he's also very much downplaying his set. So he came on stage and he yelled, "If you're from Baton Rouge, make some noise," and people started screaming. And so like he spent most of his set screaming at the top of his lungs where people were from, and then literally screaming his set, and people were losing their God-given minds. It was both the funniest, but also the most terrifying thing I have ever. I died laughing because I know his act, but I also died laughing just because watching him drunk. It was one of the funniest things I've ever seen in my entire life.
Apparently, I told everyone I was on benzos.
He said he was on. You did the same joke twice and changed the punchline.
That is fucking hilarious.
And when he finished his set, he just started saying "rest in peace" to rappers that weren't even dead yet. He was saying "rest in peace" to rappers that were dead, and we were.
Oh shit!
Like he was supposed to win that night, but he got so drunk. You got so drunk, you couldn't even move, and they had to carry him to the car. And so when we were doing like the all right, who won? The results. We're like, where's the other person's team drunk? And they turned around. He was just like on the bench, just gone.
Yeah, they should have drunk you on stage. You would have won, dog.
Oh my gosh.
It was over. I was defeated, bro. The alcohol took me. It was done.
That was
alcohol do it to you, bro. That's why I don't touch the shit.
I'm
genuinely, that was the loudest that room was the entire night.
Yeah, that's fucking awesome, dude. Yeah, I want to do one drunk. You ever did one drunk?
Me?
Yeah.
No, I've only done team sober.
They got one tonight there at Hi Ho.
Yes,
Yeah.
I know Amanda and Mike are team drunk.
I might go do
A
that.
team drunk, like
Just
I
'cause
had a good drunk set. Mike on team drunk is unstoppable.
Yeah.
It's a dangerous game.
It's like it's for real. Like he is pressure when he gets drunk. Oh my god.
Yeah, I was
He
thinking
brings
about going just because Mike's on tonight. I was thinking about going to see him. I want to get him in here too. That dude's a beast.
Yeah.
Let's see, baby. That is good. I did Stone, and Stoned in Lafayette, bro.
Word.
And that was fucking. It was a
That was the
421.
most
Dude.
chill show ever.
Nah, I lit them bitches up.
Oh,
you
yeah?
understand? I lit them up, man. I don't know what my partner did. I had Morgan right, but we did not win. That's all.
No, Morgan.
I love Morgan. What's up, Morgan? I'm trying to get him.
He's
in
a
too.
former champion. He's got he's got stripes under him.
Morgan is a funny guy. He really is. But that day we didn't win. We went against fucking Kenneth.
Ken Edwards?
Ken Edwards, dude. That's the first time I seen Ken. That's the first night I ever met Ken. Dude.
Big dude.
So
Ken
was
Edwards?
it?
They had Ken Edwards and Josh Watts
Okay.
And Joshua Watts
on the team together. I believe that was the team. I believe that was, and those two are fucking killers, dude. Like I've never met them before.
No, Ken Edwards. He's like I said, Mike on drunk. That's who it is for Stone. Like,
Yeah.
Usually the heavy hitting combo, the dangerous combo is usually like Ken Edwards and then Tyler Arsenault.
Okay.
It's usually the case. Usually they get the dub.
Okay.
And because I think it was Tyler Arsenault and Just Kenny. He's a comic from Baton Rouge.
I think I heard his name before.
Yeah. I did a Stone versus Drunk with them, and they knocked it out of Tyler knocked it out of the park.
Yeah, no, he's very good Cajun storyteller.
It's a fun show. It is a fun show.
Very fun show.
Yeah.
I can't wait to get on another one because I did Stone twice. The first time I did it, my partner was Mary Devin Dupuis. And we did good. We kind of came. We almost won first. We came close. I dropped the joke, so I feel like I could have. It was my first one. I was a little nervous, and they gave me one of the savages in our scene. And I mean, we did well. Mary's a beast. I don't know if y'all have ever seen.
I've seen her at the Guru, like before the pandemic, and on the all women showcase.
Yeah.
By far one of I think No Show's best outings for a showcase. Like it was a sick show.
Yeah.
It's great.
They are a beast, but yeah, I can't wait to get on other ones. I might go to that show tonight because I haven't been to one in a while, just to watch. They're fun. They really are, bro. If y'all ever New Orleans, Baton Rouge area, y'all see Stone Drunk Sober out there, go to it. That's one of our signature shows in Louisiana. One of the best ones, man.
Did you do you go to like shows that you're not going to be on?
Yeah.
Do you like to pull up for the hang?
Yeah.
I enjoy that too.
You got to, bro. You know what I'm saying? Especially like if you're in part of the scene, you got to watch who's doing what. You know
Right.
what I mean? Because I like to promote my people. You know what I'm saying? So if they're doing a special, like I just went to my boy Troy Duchesne's taping of his special. Shout out Troy. It's great. You know what I'm saying? You get to bring them back on the podcast and like promote them. And I love doing that shit. Just keep my eye on the open mics too. I go to open mics to that to see who's doing what to book them. You know what I mean? Because some people might not be as good the last time you seen them, and then they been hitting the mics. Because we got mics that everybody doesn't go to.
Right.
So when I step out on one night and I go to a mic that I usually don't go to. I might have saw this one person 4 months ago and they weren't doing as well. But now they've been going every night to mics that because we can almost hit 2 mics a night in our scene if you do this shit right. They have grown, and it's like, all right, I want to give you a chance on my show, come, let's see what you got.
Right.
You give them that experience, that chance to come on a book show and make $20 and see a crowd that's set up for comedy instead of because the open mic crowd and a book show crowd is 2 different things.
Oh yeah.
Do y'all get that in
Oh no, 100%. Like with like open mics, station's really just a weird one because it's always packed.
Yeah, I like the station.
But like anywhere else in Baton Rouge, like you're fighting the crowd really for those mics. Yeah, you gotta have people bringing it, and you gotta have them constantly engaged.
Yeah.
Yeah, I will also say an interesting thing that I've experienced is like at least recently, the crowds that are coming to showcases and the crowds that are coming to mics are 2 different people. Also in terms of age.
Yeah.
Like the show at the station, it packs out. That mic at the station, a lot of college kids.
Yeah.
A lot of like college kids who come from LSU. Who,
and it used to not be that way.
That's true. Y'all get a lot of LSU kids. We get like Tulane.
Really?
Yeah, we get a ton of Tulane.
Do they tip well?
Sometimes.
Sometimes,
yeah. Okay. If we're like we're doing something, because we do fundraisers for our comics too. Sometimes, like if we got somebody who's going and they to like for like a festival and they don't have the funds, we'll let the crowd know. Look, this person got booked on a festival, and we're raising money, and the crowds will give $100. Between like if I do it at the right time. You know what I mean? It doesn't. I don't have to like pound them all show.
Right.
But if I do it at the right time, have that person come in the room, kill a set, and show them, look, this person is going to do a festival. Then they'll give or something. Hospital bills. We've done hospital bills for people and stuff like that. Yeah.
I was about to bring up. We could probably do that.
Yeah. I was thinking about actually starting a fund, like a traveling fund. You know what I mean? And just for comics who don't have, like, people can just give to it, and it's just there. If comics need the money, they can come fucking and put in, like, I guess, an application to me for the money. If you got a festival or something, you don't have the funds, or if you got some of the funds and just need a little help,
Right.
And
that's like a hard part about, like, artists from scenes where there's not where you have to go out. So like if the main goal of a comic is to hit up the road, that's why people not from LA, New York, Austin have a hard time, because it's like you're not in a scene that filters out to those places. You're in a scene that's one of those places. You know what I mean?
And for the rest of us, we were talking about this last night at the mic. Like, yeah, we that's our thing. We have to travel to get out, to be known, to get booked in other states and stuff like that. Because otherwise, Joe Rogan even talks about it, like, because he came from Boston. So there's so many great Boston comics that just never left Boston and nobody knows about. You know what I'm saying? And you don't want to get caught in that realm. Now you're fucking 20 years in the game and nobody knows about you, and you're not traveling like you should because you're just that comic. I'm just a Louisiana comic, and it's not just a Louisiana comic, but like I'm known here, so let's get known other places.
The thing with comedy too, though, is like it doesn't seem to do that thing that music does, where like local artists end up transcending through generations. Yeah, like there's plenty. I'm sure there are plenty of New Orleans comics from like you know, post World War II and shit forward that you just have
Who
no
knows?
fucking clue.
It
No
could
idea.
be. It could be.
Whereas you've got musicians and stuff like that who it got connected to the culture of a city, you know?
I do a lot of talking and stuff to a lot of these comics that have been around a while, and I can so far bring it back to let's see, Tiffany Haddish had ran through New Orleans for a little while in her younger years, but I could bring it further back to like Kim Jong is his name, I think, in Hangover.
Yeah.
Like Red Bean's been doing comedy here for 20 years. You know what I mean? So like I think he told me a story about like Kim Jong coming through here and doing comedy here first, where there was only one mic in the city. It was like Kim Jong, Red Bean, and a couple other guys, you know, and people like, you know, Theo Von and like that generation, Mark Norman and Sean Patton. You know what I mean? And I love Sean Patton, bro. He's a nice guy. He comes through. He comes through the mics and fucking does shows.
Whenever he came, whenever he made his last trip to Louisiana, bro, he did Lafayette, like 2 shows out there.
He did.
Did a Baton Rouge show, then was in New Orleans. Like I don't know how much shit he got booked on in like 3 days.
He named my show.
Yeah.
He helped name my show. You understand?
Really?
The What the Fuck Are You What the Fuck Are You Yelling Comedy Show? I was sitting there talking with him one night, him and Zambon. He always does Zambon Room, bro. I love it. He's just a humble guy. You know what I'm saying? He does comedy to do fucking comedy, dog.
Yeah, that's what's up.
I mean, it's amazing to watch. He's a savage. You understand? He was doing a fucking dick joke on stage, and he literally turned into a dick as he was telling the joke in front of my eyes. I was like, this dude is fucking amazing, you know?
It's great.
But yeah, like it's we get people like that, and that's like as far as I could date it back so far. You know, I'm trying to see how far I can get, honestly. Mark Caesar actually has somebody I older influence in I think Jada Prada is her name, or Jada Dupree. Jada Dupree, I believe was her name. So that's an older influence in comedy here too. But yeah, besides that, I don't know how far back.
Yeah, so
but the thing I'm trying to get to is like those people got known because they left. And that's kind of where I'm sitting at now. Like, I hear once you get good in comedy in your area, it's time for you to leave.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? And I've been like visiting other states. Do y'all do that? How many other states have y'all gotten to do comedy in?
Just this one.
Just
I've
this one?
done Texas and Mississippi and like a mic in California.
Mississippi's fun. Texas is really fun. You did a mic in California?
Yeah.
I've never gotten to do a mic in California yet.
Yeah.
It was Bay Area, like San Francisco.
Oh, weird.
Yeah.
How was
Solid. You know, it's solid.
I know some guys
It's
in
weird.
San
It's ran
Francisco.
exactly like a mic. It's just like
Really?
it's a mic.
I need to
You
go.
go pull up, do your jokes, and get out.
Show up, go up.
Yep.
Yeah,
Okay.
that's cool. I need to go out there, bro. I got a whole bunch of like from state to state. I know a bunch of people out there. You know, I met a lot of people in the pandemic because we were like one of the only ones running like open mics.
Right.
So people came through New Orleans like crazy. It was, I don't know if they came through Baton Rouge, but they came through New Orleans like crazy. And just running that open mic, you get to know people. That's a good thing about the open mic too. You get your open mic, bruh, and you get to know people in other states. So when you go to that state, before you go to that state, you set up already.
Yeah, yeah.
You just hit them up. You just hit them up. Sometimes people let you stay at their house and shit like that. I need to go out there like and do like a run out there at Cali and Las Vegas and stuff like that. But yeah, get out of your scene too, bro. That's a big thing that we were talking about last night. Like me, Marcus Bond, and Mike Hall were talking. Like this, I think it's fucking time, you know.
Right.
Yeah, I think like our kind of generation of Baton Rouge comics are planning an out, which is good.
Yeah.
Like it's a good thing.
Save
like
your money and travel, dude.
Yeah.
You know, it doesn't happen all in one trip.
That's true.
But you know what? Go to Chicago for a fucking week. So, you know what I mean? Go to Alabama. You ever been to Alabama? There's a fucking underground scene. Alabama, Mississippi's great. Go to Florida. I've never been to Florida. Go to Atlanta. Atlanta's the shit. You know, I had one of the hardest bombs in my life in Atlanta. It was
Really?
Yeah. So that's what I was talking about. You go stink up the green room, dog. Atlanta was one of them, bro. I did bad at one show in Atlanta, particularly at the Laughing Skull. And
Were you wearing like a Saints jersey or something? Like what happened?
I had a Saints hat on.
Okay.
The show I did good in, I had a Drew Brees jersey on though, so I don't know.
Really?
But yeah, I don't know if it was just the hat, that they were like, fuck your hat, dude. They were like, fuck your face, fuck your words, fuck your life. Go back to Louisiana. I was like, man, I felt the rivalry. You know what I mean? That Atlanta Falcons, New Orleans Saints rivalry that day.
Those are my favorite rival. Like they're like, I think New Orleans, Atlanta is up there. I like the ones like AFC East rivalry too. Like I love like fucking Baltimore versus Pittsburgh.
Yeah.
Let's just like get down and dirty, play some fucking football. You know what I mean?
Yeah,
Like,
that's still like one of the old school ones. You like football, Jeremiah?
Love football, man.
Love football? Yeah. I like that shit, bro. I like one. Yeah, like Baltimore and the Steelers, bro. Fucking Baltimore and anybody. Baltimore is just one of those still rough and rugged teams. They never really change.
Yeah, it's like you look at Baltimore and you just still think Ray Lewis is there.
Yeah.
You still are just like, yeah, Ray Lewis.
Yeah. I look at.
They
fucking,
even draft linebackers who just kind of look like him. They're just like
they should, keep
Yeah.
that fucking vibe going, man.
Yeah.
Same thing with the Steelers. I think Steelers, and I'm like Jerome Bettis.
Yeah.
Troy Polamalu.
Yeah, Troy
yeah.
Polamalu with that beautiful fucking hair.
Oh my gosh. Beautiful head of hair.
Yeah. But I love the Saints, baby. Who that?
Who
I'll
dat?
never fucking
Until I die, man.
Until I die.
Till I
baby.
pass on to the next life.
I love that we got a new little team, like a new little exciting offense. I hope.
I know, like both our teams are like that this year. LSU's got a whole new coach, whole new everything. Saints are coming back completely
I
different.
didn't realize we had Andy Dalton. Did y'all watch?
Dude, somebody I was talking to, that we were watching the preseason game. He's like, "We have fucking Andy Dalton."
Yeah,
I had no idea.
I do comedy all the time, and I just look at the games when I'm passing by places,
Right.
And they were like, Andy Dalton fucking did his thing, and I was like, Andy Dalton, we got
Pickle, you need a Andy Dalton jersey, bro. Like,
just redheads, bro. I'd get an Andy Dalton jersey.
fuck
Fuck
yeah.
it,
Yeah, man.
gotta support the backups, man. They're what holds down a good team.
Who's our Andy Dalton's gonna be our starter?
I think
we'll
Jameis
see.
Winston, right?
Jameis Winston.
That's what it's looking like.
Yeah.
Is it?
It's Jameis. Jameis is our QB1.
Okay.
And then it probably is going to be Andy.
That's how out of the
followed
loop
by
I am, bro.
Ian Book.
Ian Book.
Yeah.
Okay.
Ian Book stunk it up last season.
Ian Book, last season, he stuck it up during this preseason game.
Oh, he did? Okay.
But he's third string.
Yeah,
Yeah, all right. You don't have those guys get paid $80,000 a year like a regular human being.
Yeah.
Man,
it's just a CEO. at that
yeah.
point.
He's a practice quarterback. That's what.
I love a good, like Ryan Fitzpatrick story. Just the guy,
Oh,
the
yeah.
terminal backup. That is my favorite.
Dude, Ryan Fitzpatrick's a beast, dog.
Right, like
People hating on him. I used to he was like my secret weapon in fantasy football.
Oh, yeah, I bet.
A backup quarterback, like he used to fucking. If my quarterback didn't do well, I'm putting in fucking Fitzpatrick.
Look, let somebody get injured in
He's a-
September,
Ryan.
and then put Ryan Fitzpatrick. You're gonna have a good October.
Dude, he played for a new team for like 8 years in a row.
Ryan, he deserves
Getting
an
checks.
honorarily deserves to be in the Hall of Fame.
Dog, yeah, he's
Put that guy
good. He almost made it to the Super Bowl before as
Yeah.
just a 1-year quarterback.
I think
in a team.
I think he's retired and still getting paid by 3 teams.
Word.
Yeah.
Nice.
That's wild.
That is awesome.
That's a good.
Because
that's a
like
good
what he would do
situation.
was he'd like go out there, he'd kill it after somebody gets injured.
Mhm.
All right, and then he'd get a new contract for like 5-6 years,
Yep.
and then all of a sudden the team's like, all right, no, we got a better quarterback again.
Yeah.
You can split, and then he just kept collecting those checks.
You know
and,
who
like,
did that well? Who did that real well was Nick Foles.
Nick
Foles.
He's only good for 5 games. But in those 5 games, that bitch will score 6 touchdowns a game. He will fucking kill it, and he won the Super Bowl. You understand?
Man,
That
hey.
bitch won a Super Bowl as a
After
backup.
chilling all season, bro.
Yeah.
He chilled all season, let Carson Wentz do all the work. Another person, like, how did he get the team that far?
Wild guy.
Yeah.
Those 2015 or 17 Eagles, weird team.
But dude, I watched Nick Foles like his rookie year. He did that shit. He played like 5 games. He had some kind of crazy record with like 5 touchdowns a game. You know what I mean? And he just sucked after that. After he's good for 5 fucking games, but in those 5 games, he put himself as a starting quarterback on like 4 different teams throughout his career.
You'll see rookie receivers do that a lot too. It's like they get like 3 games under them. And then it's like defensive backs just know how they play now.
Yeah.
And then they're like, all right, cool. We got you covered.
I love Michael Thomas. You can't fucking stick Michael Thomas, bro. You can't. I hope he, last year he wasn't in there, but this year I hope he.
We gonna see.
I hope he does his thing, you know. I hope he comes out. If we got Winston, I didn't know we had Jameis Winston still.
Yeah.
Because that's a savage one, too. Winston and Andy Dalton. That's, I think Andy Dalton was just not in the right place, like Matthew Stafford. Motherfucker, you left Detroit and won a Super Bowl. You understand? Like, that's fucking crazy.
The Bengals did Andy Dalton bad, too, bro, because they wouldn't pick up anybody for him, bro. They didn't get a single good free agent in Cincinnati for years, and then Joe Burrow pulled up, and they were like,
we need somebody that can catch.
They started drafting great, started getting offensive linemen in the free agency and shit.
Right, and they had that one. What was their quarter? AJ Green was their wide receiver.
Oh man, I feel he retired, bro. He got like, I don't know, like 10 years in the league or something.
He retired this year.
I think so.
Last
I remember
year
when he played for Georgia in like 2008.
He was playing for Arizona. He was playing for the Arizona Cardinals last year.
Was he?
Yeah.
No,
I use him on fantasy.
Okay, yeah.
That's how I keep up fantasy, bro.
Fantasy.
I swear.
Are you a guy that does buy-in leagues, or you just do it for free?
Buy-in.
What's your buy-in right now?
Right now, it's like $100.
Oh, so how many people play with?
$100, like 10.
Oh, that's a.
Or is it no? The one league that I'm in is 8. Dude, I used to do a league. I used to do a league, and the buy-in was $350, bro. The fucking payout, there was a high winner a $50 payout every week for highest score, so you could win your money back like that. And then there was like, what was it? I think there's a first, second, and third. First place was somewhere around $1,500.
15.
Second place I think was 7, and third place might have been 200, some shit like that. And I think it's like a 10 fucking person league. You understand? And that bitch it's a keeper league too. So you get to keep a quarterback because you're paying $350. You know what I mean? You want your quarterback every year. You get to you keep a quarterback, a running back, and a wide receiver, or a tight end. You know, and then that's how you start your team off. You know, dude, I had stumbled on that kid that nobody wants to pick from Houston now, Watts, I think.
Oh, yeah. Deshaun Watson?
Deshaun Watson, dude. Whenever I watched him play against Tom Brady, whenever their quarterback, whoever it was, it got injured, and Tom Brady was destroying Houston. I don't know how many people watched that game. I watched fucking Deshaun Watson come in there and almost win that game. I picked him up. I picked him up, and I picked up his wide receiver. What's his name?
DeAndre Hopkins?
Not Hopkins.
Not Hopkins.
The other one.
Sammy Watkins.
Not Sammy Watkins. It's before Sammy Watkins.
I
DeAndre
think
Hopkins
they
left.
together.
Shit. It's the other one. That's what I'm saying. Nobody knew about it, and they were making 100 points a game for me. Just those two together.
Right.
It was fucking sick. Now I want to. How can I not remember this guy's name?
Now,
shit, because he got injured too. He was he was very injury prone.
Would you get canceled by your friends if Deshaun Watson was in your fantasy league now?
I don't know. I don't.
Yeah. But see, that's the thing.
I don't know about. No, I don't think so.
What's the morality
fantasy
of
football
that?
players? No, canceled. You know, they're. But I don't worry about.
What's your
that
morality
with
thinking
anything.
with Deshaun Watson? Your own? Would you have him like?
What is that? What did he do wrong? What did he do wrong?
I think he asked like 50 people for hand jobs. I'm pretty sure.
Now let me tell you something about this. That's what he asked for, a hand job.
I don't know how. You know, I don't know what the ask was, where the ask was.
He would
if
just
it
go
was
into.
asked, you know.
Yeah, you go to massage parlors, ask for a happy ending, and they just go. You know.
And they would say yes or no, right?
I have no clue.
How about you? Do you know?
Look, dog, I'm not about to be a Deshaun Watson truther here, all right? I'm good.
This is how I feel.
Yeah.
This is how I feel about shit like that. Those guys are fucking children. You understand? They're fucking children. They are. They're kids in their mind, and they have millions of dollars. So they don't know what else to do with themselves.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? They're like, I can have sex with anybody. I don't fucking, you know, and I want to have a little fun. Why can't he have a little fun with it? Especially if he's going to a massage parlor. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
And this is what they do in the back.
Right.
Why can't he ask for that? You
They
know?
tried to do
That's
Robert
gotta
Kraft
be
bad,
what he
the owner
thinks.
of the Patriots. That one I felt bad for because he really just straight up got a hand job and paid for it. You know, like a good old American, and they got on him.
I did appreciate the way you said they're children. We were talking about hand jobs. Like, these guys are children.
They really are, bro. They're fucking 20 years old.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? They're fucking kids. They never really lived life except for being on the football field.
I forgot which head coach it was. They got caught sending recruits to strip clubs.
Oh,
Really?
Yeah.
Yeah.
I was an Arkansas head coach.
Was it?
I think. Yeah.
I would have went to that college.
Yeah.
I would have went to that college, bro.
Right, he's the only one who got caught though. Like,
Yeah.
that's the thing. You don't think Nick Saban's out here like doing all kinds of shit to get
Oh
people
yeah.
to pull
Oh yeah.
up?
There's a lot of
They're
people.
paying their fucking dudes.
Oh,
yeah.
there's a lot of people who work in like the front office at the Athletics, and they're like head of like recruitment hospitality, and like something made up so they could just hang out with the dudes when they were on recruitment.
Yeah.
A lot of people were just like made up jobs just to look cute and just here, just like, yeah, you should come to our school.
Yeah.
Yeah, I would do it. That's what if you're a fucking like profile athlete to get drafted in a first or second round one day, they're gonna fucking throw some shit at you,
Yeah.
which deservingly they should. But the thing is, you're not supposed to get caught.
Right.
You're not supposed to
That's
get
all
caught.
it is,
Supposed
bro.
to-
That's all
I-
it
And that's
is.
the problem with people who do criminal shit and they're not criminals. You understand? Like,
The issue is not the crime. The
you're
issue is
prone
not
to
that,
getting caught.
the problem is not that OJ killed his wife. It's that he got caught doing it.
Hey, man.
If there's anything you
Hey,
learn,
man, look.
don't get caught.
And the thing is,
He
like,
had money to fight that shit.
Is this camera on me? Don't get caught.
Don't do it.
I
Don't
like
do
how
it.
like every college football player who, like, you know, just so happens to have some money, wink wink, they always get caught with a handgun and weed in their Camaro. It's every time. It's handgun and a half ounce of weed. It's just every time.
Oh, man.
Why is it the Camaro every time too?
It's a good car.
It is a good car.
Half of LSU's national championships are built on guys who own Camaros. If you go to LSU, there's a bunch of guys that are just in pimped out Camaros that like they saw Transformers, like the first Transformers. They're like, I want that when I have money.
Right.
And then they got that car because some
Bumblebee.
people. I don't believe in a lot of conspiracy theories. I believe in one specifically, that if you've won a national championship in the 90s on, you won it with money.
Yeah.
Like
Right.
LSU's championship was bought with money. Because if you think
Okay.
that there is a booster club that could raise millions of dollars in a few days to fire Les Miles, they don't have money just under the table, got it.
Dog, they really bought his shit out
They bought it
in a few
out.
days, bro. I remember we lost to Auburn, 2016. We lost to Auburn. We had a last-second play that would have won the game, but the clock ran out. Literally, it was a touchdown, end zone, and it didn't count.
We lost to Troy, and they raised enough money to feed children in Africa in 3 days.
Uh-huh.
And
Just to fire Les Miles.
truly
Wow.
justify Les Miles.
Wow.
Without a plan, by the way. We didn't have a plan or anything. That's
Yeah,
the most
nothing.
Baton Rouge
Have
shit.
y'all ever gotten to go to the to Death Valley?
Oh, yeah,
Yes.
dog.
Yeah, I've never.
I got season tickets in 2007.
Okay.
Like, we just so happened to get some. And then that was the year we won the national title.
Yeah.
So I saw Florida 2007 when
What?
Jacob Hester, we ran it on fourth goal like multiple times.
What a guy.
Or fourth down multiple times,
Yeah.
5 in a row. And then he won it. And then I saw Auburn, Demetrius Byrd, catch a touchdown from Matt Flynn last
That's
second.
crazy. I saw that on
Nice.
TV.
And then I saw Arkansas beat us in triple overtime on Thanksgiving weekend.
That's
And ESPN caught me crying.
Did they actually?
Yeah. I was 8 years old.
Really?
ESPN got my ass.
You
Dang, you're
were
lucky they didn't turn you into a meme, bro.
I know. It was before Facebook. It
real.
was 2007, bro. I
It was
got in
before
right
it-
before I would have been
Can
a
you
meme.
go find it?
I think I've
If I
looked
was
for
you,
it.
I would have to go find that shit.
Oh my god.
I'd have to go to like the original broadcast and scrub it.
Yeah.
Because I haven't been able to find like the post game thing, but
You were 8
because
years old.
it was on Sports Center. It was like literally like they were doing the
yeah.
recap, and then the touchdown to win the game, and then me crying. Like that's what it was.
Zoom in on that kid crying.
Wow.
And put that on Sports Center. That's
Right.
what we want.
This is the cutest thing ever. Wess Ross crying at LSU, 8 years old.
oh my god.
And then Pittsburgh beat West Virginia, and then Missouri beat Kansas, and we got into the national title after winning the SEC
Wild.
championship.
I never paid for tickets just because I couldn't afford college. So I got a job in couldn't afford school, so I took a job in athletics.
Yeah.
Working for the team, working for the track team.
Okay.
And they would give us tickets because we were seeing the student athletes.
Yeah.
So I would just sit in the student section. I've never seen, Death Valley taught me that who you are in that stadium, that's who you are in real life. I have seen very timid people,
Yeah.
very quiet people who are my friends, who are the nicest people. They would help me with a flat tire.
Yeah.
Look at another man who played for Alabama and said, "Kill him. Kill him.
Yeah.
Kill that man." They would point at people and say, "I hate you.
Oh
I
my
hate
God.
you." And I'm like, this is in. Watching an entire 1,000-person student body. This is the first time some people have seen their kids since they've been to college
Right.
saying "F you, Nick Saban."
Yep.
Is one of the funniest and also one of the wildest.
Wow.
I've had some heartbreaking, 2012 Alabama when we were winning the whole game.
Oh my gosh.
And then they wanted A.J. McCarron to get a fucking Heisman Trophy for, completing a screen pass. Being an LSU fan, man, it is. We earn our national titles.
Yeah,
we
man.
really do, because there are
Oh,
so
boy.
many times where we are having a perfect season up until November, get beat by Bama, and then we're just fucking done for the year.
Bama
wanna
does
play
piss us off. They piss. Let
We're
me tell you
just done.
something. One of the worst comedy shows I've ever done was last year at a bar on the West Bank. Somebody was trying to start an open mic at a bar, and I went to support it, and ended up being the only comic to come because it was the night of Alabama and LSU. And let me tell y'all something. It is the worst thing in the world to try to do comedy while you're trying to do open mic for your friend. You know
Yeah.
what I mean? While there's a LSU game going. LSU and Alabama.
No,
And
it's
we
over with.
lost. We lost, bro.
Did
We
lose
lost
ba-
that
was-
game last
Was
year.
it all right? So was it last football season or last year?
I believe it was last year. It was 2021 sometime. We lost to Alabama.
Dog,
So,
that was a
yeah.
great game. It was our worst team ever, and we played #1 Alabama, and we came down to the last 2 minutes of the fourth quarter.
Yeah, it did. And
That's how real that
everybody
game gets.
was
It's the best rivalry.
It
I'm
was
serious.
so pissed. They were so pissed in the fucking, and I'm sitting up there on the only comic in that mess. I'm trying to dance and everything, trying to get their attention.
Y'all like eating girls out? Shut up.
Y'all love pussy. I love pussy.
I don't think I could open for Dave Chappelle after an Alabama loss. I really don't think I can.
Bruh, I'm telling you, it was
No.
brutal. I did 15 minutes of the most brutal comedy
I
ever.
I ran into that situation. I did a show in New Orleans, and it was during the NBA Finals, and it was just a bunch of middle-aged black people who were they were there to drink and watch the NBA Finals.
Yeah.
They were not here for jokes.
Yeah.
They spent most of the time heckling me. 'Cause
Yeah.
They're like, well, if you gonna make us miss the finals, we gonna make it an issue for you.
We're going to take our pain on you, buddy.
I think this is a
Yes.
big thing with Louisiana too. Being a comic around here, you have to compete with the sports,
Oh yeah.
and
I don't try to, bro.
really.
Yeah, I stopped doing my show last year on Sundays just not to compete with the Saints.
Yeah,
games.
exactly. It's impossible. You just can't.
And I'm thinking, dude, I'm thinking about the same thing. I might do one or two just to test the waters.
Yeah.
Because I've been doing okay on Sundays. I get a little crowd here and there. But I don't know what's gonna do when the Saints start playing.
I'm not gonna name any names, but I had a show that I came to New Orleans for that got canceled because nobody showed up because the Pelicans were in the NBA.
Yeah.
They were in the playoffs. They were doing pretty good.
Yeah.
Like that game they won. So like.
Which year? Because I had tickets.
I think this year.
I think it might be the play-in.
It was a couple months ago.
Okay.
There was a guy who was also on the show. He was like, "Is the show happening?" And we were like, "I don't think it's happening." He's like, "All right, I got tickets to go to the game, so I'm gonna see y'all later."
Yeah. Yeah. When our teams are in the playoffs, we're serious about that shit.
Yeah.
It is. And it's nice to have the Pelicans. We really, at first, it was a little funny having a team named the Pelicans. But if you go look up a pelican, their description of a pelican is like death bird. It goes at 100 miles an hour, death dive to get the fish out the water. It's like, all right, it's not that bad.
I like how New
you're
Orleans
a killer pelican.
Doesn't have a single good mascot though. I think the Saints dog is pretty cute.
You don't like the baby cakes?
Baby cakes, bro. That shit is scary.
Dog. Do we even have that team still?
I don't think so.
Yeah, I think they should have kept it the Zephyrs. I mean, we could have come up with something way better than fucking
sick.
baby
I saw
cakes.
the Zephyrs game.
I used to love going to the Zephyr games, dude. Why not keep it the baby cakes? Like,
right.
You destroyed a baseball team and a brand name.
Right.
At the same time.
What happened was they got too cute because everybody else in minor league baseball started having funny names.
Trash Bandos.
And then they got like a cute name like Baby Cakes and then put the literal Exorcist baby like in there, bro. Like it was scary as shit.
It was scary looking, wasn't it?
Yeah.
It was
that baby legitimately had a drinking problem.
Yeah. That motherfucker had family problems.
Right.
Like his parents got divorced. It was
Nah, it had fetal alcohol syndrome, the whole thing, bro.
like his parents gave it alcohol to shut it the fuck up.
Yeah.
It was a
It
fucked up
also
thing.
looked like it smoked non-filtered cigarettes.
Like that bitch was bumming Camel non-filters. Yeah.
Did y'all ever have a hockey team?
We actually did have a hockey team.
Yeah.
I
We
think there's
did.
one coming to Baton Rouge. I think there is one.
I think there's some games coming to Baton Rouge because there's no teams. There's some games coming.
Okay,
yeah.
all right.
I think we were the
We
only.
used to have a team.
We were the only team to have a black hockey player too.
Really?
Yeah.
We
For
did
a little,
not.
We had a couple seasons, bro. I don't remember their name. Was it the Brass? And it was the Brass.
The Brass.
Yeah. I never got to go see. I always wanted to.
What's weird about
And they
hockey
shut
is
it down.
if I knew if I lived somewhere else, it would be my favorite sport. Isn't that kind of
Bro,
weird? If I lived in Minnesota, hockey would be
It's the true one where they really get to fight.
hockey.
Exactly.
Yo, we used to have a team called the Kingfish. Mad garbage. They were terrible. They were terrible, but it was like I watched a couple games when I was a kid.
Yeah.
Hockey is not. I mean, it's pretty good.
Mhm.
Like I got into hockey because my friend took me to a game to see the Preds in Nashville, and it was fun. Like hockey, I agree with you. Like if you were anywhere outside Louisiana,
Yeah.
even in Florida, like they play hockey in Florida.
Yeah.
Right. I think it'd be a real fun sport.
Oh yeah.
Fellas, I appreciate you guys. I would love to. I like hockey. I can't skate none of that on ice, but I appreciate y'all coming in. We got to wrap up
All
right
right.
now.
Definitely.
I do want to ask you if you ever get your hands on any Death Valley tickets. Send them my way, bro. I've never been to a game.
Okay.
Like y'all got me like in my feelings. I've never been to a Death Valley game, dog. Like, don't be a drug dealer. Go to Death Valley games. How about that?
Look, dog, we got the Death Valley and the Superdome. Best fucking stadiums in the world.
Fuck yeah, I've been
Get
to a
out
lot
of
of Superdome games, bro, and that's I know how you feel. Like you really see people who they really are.
It's
Yeah,
true.
if
And
you've
the
been to the
Superdome.
Superdome, you understand Death Valley.
I'm a savage
Yes.
when I hit a Saints game, bro.
Yeah,
like
bro.
I'm a complete animal.
Yes.
My dad is like, who the fuck is this person?
Yes.
And I'm like yelling at people. You know what I mean?
Baton Rouge owns the real Death Valley. That whatever that is in Anderson, South Carolina, is not the real. Is this camera on me? That is not the real Death Valley. It is lived, born and raised in Baton Rouge, Louisiana. That whatever that is in
Boom.
Anderson is not Death Valley.
Okay.
Clemson
Lie.
thinks they have a dynasty. Fuck you, Clemson. You ain't
No.
got shit.
Shit, shit
Not
got
a
real. That shit got real in there.
Not a thing.
That's how you put the FU in funny today, baby. Thank you guys for coming in today. One more time, throw y'all Instagrams out there for me.
For sure.
Wess Ross Graham, you can follow me there. Make sure to check out our podcast, Open the Mic.
Yes, podcast. Thank you. I
You
did
were
that.
on the
I did the
podcast.
podcast. It was great. I appreciate that. I got to record in LSU. I was like, this is awesome.
It's wild.
I've never been to LSU before. I was like, where's the sign up sheet, bro? Because y'all got a good studio in there. That's great. Thank y'all for letting me in. Please say it again.
Sure.
What's the name of the podcast?
Open the Mic Podcast.
Open the Mic Podcast. It is a great one. Y'all go check that out. You can hear my episode. Where do y'all put that out at?
All streaming?
Yeah, all streaming everywhere but YouTube. We ain't got video like this
So
place.
Spotify and stuff like that.
Spotify, Stitcher, all that.
Apple Podcasts.
There you go.
Yeah.
Go check it out, you guys. Also, if you like this episode, subscribe. Click that little bell, and like. We appreciate you guys for coming in again today. Jeremiah Turner and Wess Ross, everybody. And I'm Pickle.
SCC over everybody.
Hey. Y'all have a good day, man. Thank y'all for coming in.